Warning: before performing any exercises, see a physician. Before beginning any exercise program or changing your physical activity patterns, you should always consult with a doctor or physician, particularly if you have been inactive, are very overweight, or have or suspect any sort of medical condition that might be worsened by exercise. Like I said, people coming out the store. Good morning, good morning.
Thank you.
You will. Good morning. Yay! What you doing? Making my videos. Yeah, you know my videos in the morning. That's the lady right there. That's the lady. She back there somewhere. Where she at? You see her hiding back there? I got it.
Well, there she is. There she is. I'm gonna get her in the gym, y'all. She gonna work out hard.
Superset on the bench. Then we're gonna go and do shoulders. Then we're gonna do back. And then we're gonna do legs. So we got a lot to do. Turn up fitness. This is how we do. You probably can't hear me because I ain't got my damn microphone on. So this is how we're gonna do it. Oh, got Dottie on the camera today, y'all.
All right, yo, here we go. We're doing supersets today. March on Return to Fitness. We're gonna get into this great turn today. Me and Dottie West. We're gonna chest press, closed grip dumbbell press. So what does that mean? First of all, we're going to start off with 5 sets of 20 reps or until failure. The goal here is to get the chest warmed up, get that weight moving, and then we're going to move to one exercise for the next. So first we start with the bench press, then we move on to the closed grip dumbbell press. The goal is to try to maximize the reps in between each set. Failure if possible. Alright, next up to bat is Dottie West. This is a young, inspiring trainer. So definitely going to be having on my staff come this summertime as an intern. But I definitely want to make sure y'all notice that he's not bouncing that weights off the chest. Clean reps. Keep it pressing. Once he finishes with his max set on the bench press, moving on to the closed grip dumbbell press. The key to this is putting those doggone weights together and get the maximum reps and the maximum gainage on this thing. You know how we do it, turn the time all the time.
For an added bonus and get maximum pump, we added in the seated chest press. Instead of just doing supersets, we took it up to 3 exercise sets. Alright, for the remaining sets, we did from sets 2 to 5, we did a continued weight. What we did, we just added 10 more pounds to each side, and we kept working through these weights because being that we included that 3rd exercise, I wanted to make sure that we get through all the exercises. So make sure when you're doing increases in weight, you want to keep it between 5 to 10 pounds. Now, if you want to be bold, you can take it up to about 25 to 45 pounds, but I'm guaranteeing you ain't going to get through all the exercises. Again, even with the bench press and when we're doing a close grip dumbbell press, we want to increase it by 10 pounds again. Now the goal is we want to be able to get through all these sets. So of course we went back into doing this seated chest press. So in this particular case, we can either go up or stay at a constant weight, but I think we stayed at a constant weight when we did this exercise. We only did about 25 pounds on this one, just to get through the reps and to get through the sets. Alright, y'all, next up to the bench was Cash Money Cash. Fred Cash Money Cash, even though he came in late, he caught up with me and Dachi on his exercises. So he really is pushing hard. Now, let me give you a little story about Cash Money Cash. Fred, dude that started off at 370, now he down to 268 pounds. Doing the thing, man. You know, show congratulations, show love. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel to keep on watching this guy. Now, what we did here, we did a variant on the exercise. I didn't want to put too much pressure on him with the actual press, the close grip press. So what we did with some butterflies and some flies on the chest right here for him. But our goal from now on with Fred, we're going to be targeting them abs now because he's actually been dropping so much weight rapidly. I want to make sure everything stays in sync. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of people just don't want to even get up and do this kind of work. This man is here every weekend. He is putting in twice a day. And I'm going to give him about another year. He's going to be right at his max weight. I'm telling you, getting it in, turned up style. Now I want y'all to pay attention very closely right here. Fred, one thing about this guy, he will really push himself to the next level. One of the things he understands is partials and full reps. Sometimes when you get into that position where you're pretty much burnt out, I want to push that client. My goal is always to push that client to the next level. So Fred has started to understand how to do these partials, what you see him doing right here. That's basically, he's not doing a full repetition. All he's doing is getting the quick pumps. This is quick movements. But let me tell you something. The dude, listen, just keep guide on him. He doing his thing. If you can tell, we went up on 10 more pounds on them doggone dumbbells. The last set we was on right now. Yeah, it was on last set right here. So Dachi really pushing himself. He really, this young guy right here, I'm telling you, this dude pushes every time he comes into the gym. If you notice in my videos, always Fred and Dachi is always in these videos putting in that work, because you don't get results unless you get in there and make things happen. We coming up on our last set right here. Then we move on to our next exercise. When we come up on Fred Cash, finishing up with his last set, had to basically catch up with us. And if you notice, we went up on his weight as well. This dude wanted it bad. So what we did here, we took it up actually 15 pounds. Now I told you we should take it up about 10 pounds per set, but Fred just wanted to take it to the next level. So I want him to try to challenge himself, and he did a good job. And so now he's going to go over to the doggone dumbbells, and he also went up 10 pounds. So listen, you're either going to do the work or you're not going to do the work. That's how we do it, turned up style. Look, just pay attention. You keep working out, you keep working hard, you can make things happen. But it's just all about the focus, the dedication, and staying motivated and staying committed to what the goals are. Exercise in the series, we moved on to the dumbbell shoulder raises. With this exercise, what we're doing, we're working that anterior deltoids. Now if you look at Dachi, what we did with him, we started to do a rotation. The goal here is to keep the arm as straight as you can possibly, and what we're doing is working them heads on that front of the shoulders, the anterior delts. Now you see a little engagement, or a lot of engagement in Dachi's case, with his medial deltoids. So we got three muscles we actually have on our shoulders, which is the anterior, which is the front, the medial, which is the middle, and we have the posterior, which is the back. We're not hitting but the front and the middle today. Let's get to work. And right after that dumbbell shoulder raise, what we did is went into a plated raise, maximum gains. Now Fred Cash getting some in. Same thing, people. We want to be careful with the weight. We want to make sure it's a weight that we control. We want to make sure we're hitting them anterior, the front delts, and the medial delts. Dachi's still convincing with the plate raise. Once Fred finishes with his set, he'll go over and do the plate raise next. Like I said, we're doing supersets, and some sets we're adding on a third set. The goal here is we're trying to fatigue those muscles. Now, the new video is coming out. What we're going to do, we're going to talk about how to recover after the workout, because a lot of people don't cover that part of this. And a lot of our clients, they call, say they sore and they hurting. There's some techniques that are out there that would definitely help you if you paid attention. I am certified with that self-myofascial release as well. That's for another video. Fred's about to head over here now to that plate raise. Now the goal here is you want to have total control. You want to have the abs tight. You want to have the ass tight. You want to control the weights up. You want to control the weights down. You don't want them to sling around. The goal is to be able to control the eccentric and the concentric movements. Alright, next exercise we go into is the rear flies. Fred and Dachi started pulling his back muscles in. What we work around here is working on the trap muscles, some of the scap muscles. We're just doing a whole bunch of different variants for this exercise. The goal is here to build strength in the back. Now, there is a variation to the exercise that we do for the posterior delts. This is not targeting the posterior delts. This is actually hitting those traps and the scaps in the back. Now, we can actually do shoulder shrugs as well, but we decided not to go into that today. But we are definitely hitting those scaps and those traps in the back. Now, over here, going to the next exercise. And this particular exercise, what we're doing is preparing to do a compound movement. Now, this compound movement basically is doing a Romanian deadlift to a curl to an overhead press. What I'm explaining to Dachi here is that in order to do the movement properly, when we get the weight up to the hips and want him to thrust the weight up using his hips and being able to basically do a clean, well, it's hard to explain the clean. You have to really see that later on in other videos. But the goal here is to make sure that we perform this exercise safely. So before even adding weights to this bar, I want to make sure that they're doing the movement properly. They feel comfortable doing this move, and that when they do the move, they're doing it in a safe manner. Now, I want you to pay attention a little bit later in the video, because we had somebody, an extra guest that came in to show his form, but I want you to pay attention to the form. Make sure you pay attention to your foot placement. Make sure you pay attention to your back and your abs, and make sure that you're doing these exercises properly. Like I said before, you definitely want to make sure, if you've never done these exercises before, that you do these with somebody that has done them in a safe environment, and make sure that you have confidence in performing this exercise. Sometimes as a coach or a trainer, you need to get in there and show them these exercises. It's all good to sit there and explain to them, but if you're not going to be able to do it yourself, never make anybody do something that you would not do yourself. So as you can tell, as I do the Romanian deadlift to curl the overhead press, my goal is to get the weight to clear my chest, not to hit me in my chin, and also get a good clean rep. So definitely you want to get in there with your clients. You want to show them how to do these exercises to make sure they perform them properly. So now Dachi's up to the plate, about to put that work in. Here we go. Good clean jerk, doing that work. You're gonna see some people don't have that technique down pat. Now here's the good thing about it. If you can get that weight up without having to thrust it with your hips, that's great. Most of the time we do that when we're using heavier weights. here, I definitely want to show you from a different angle how we did the exercise. This is where I'm doing what I have to really use a lot of hip thrust. If you notice, my feet slightly come off the ground as I get the weight up there. The thing about this exercise is you don't want to drive the weight up with your toes. As you get that weight up, you're doing basically a small little jump. So definitely want to make sure people understood what was going on with this particular exercise. And this is where I was talking about by increasing the weight. If you cannot control the weight, take the weight down. Only reason I'm showing them this is that I'm trying to explain to them why I used to hip thrust. Now check this out. Watch my form. It's not going to be perfect. Notice a slight jump off the ground. With this particular weight, because it's so heavy, I let it sit on the ground as I place it down. But the goal is to press hard. See, right there. I almost killed myself. Not good. Not good at all. Now, Dachi's want to step up to the plate and he wants to try this weight. Now, watch his form. As a coach, I want to definitely make sure I pay attention. As you saw that right there, he did a great clean. Great clean. It's heavy, but he understood that, okay, I can't get this that many times, but he wanted to try it out to see. Now, Fred is stepping up. Now, I want you to watch his form. This is where you have to be careful and you have to really pay attention as a coach. Let them try it. If you have confidence they can do it. But right here, Fred got stuck. He started to drive through the toes, started losing momentum, and I just told him, put that weight down. Put it down. Tell them, let them know, protect them. Those are your clients. Stay in control of the situation. Now, all I'd rather have him do is take the weight down. Now, we got somebody gonna step up to the plate to show some real power. Check this out, y'all. All right, y'all, here we go. Introducing Mr. Vaughn, aka Mr. Goliath, aka Goliath. Now, this guy right here, when he came in, he was slinging that weight up, but just took him a little bit of time. Had to show him a couple things, but he had some straight raw.